Okay guys, welcome back to the adventures in Mactan Island, called Lapu-Lapu. So, I believe it's Lapu-Lapu City, but anyway. Just wanted to clarify what happened with my lost phone when we were in Bohol. We checked out of the hotel, we got on a tricycle bike, and the problem is we were crammed up like sardines. Literally I had a backpack on my chest, a luggage was on the back, Seth and I were here, and Lynn was holding on behind the driver, and we're sitting like this. And the problem when you sit like this, I hope it's turning up in camera, see my phone is orientating downwards. So because my legs were up, my front pocket was going down, and things just fall out very easily. It happens to other people, it's happened to Seth too. Phones, cameras, things fall out of your pockets. So it's happened to me before, but I actually caught it, or I realized it was falling out, and I just grabbed it, held onto it, or put it into my backpack. So it had fallen out, it fallen into the tricycle, no big deal. We got into the ferry port, I realized I'd lost it. I was looking around the ferry port in the hope that maybe I dropped it there. Even one of the security guards tried to help me, or I think it was maybe a port officer or a police officer. He was wearing a darker uniform. But anyway, so I was like, wow, that sucks. Now, this phone is not particularly expensive. It's an old phone. It's an older Sony Xperia. I like it because it's compact and I don't have to worry about losing it. It's not targeted by thieves. Even locals were like, hey, that just looks like an average phone. It's also very easy to service. There's your battery, should you ever need to replace the battery. I recently did, and the SIM card. Okay, so it's very easy to service, very easy to manage, and great for traveling. If I lose it, if it is stolen, I'm not worried. In regards to the monetary value, now I've got Australian contacts in here, I've got all my Filipino and international contacts in here, so that's why it sucked. I wasn't worried about the value of the phone, I was worried about as in the price of the phone. I was worried about, damn, my contacts are in here, I need those contacts, I'm traveling, I could have got back in touch with them on Facebook, email, but it just would have been slower and less convenient. So I was like, if we can find this thing, let's find it. So Seth and Lynn just went and bought their tickets for the ferry. I mean, they're already dropping off their luggage and going inside the ferry terminal, whatever. But they're like, okay, what do you want to do? I said, guys, let's try and find this phone. And Seth even was making a video, and I was like, Seth, come on, focus, man. We'll make videos later, alright? But if we can find this phone before we leave, let's do it. So he and Lynn basically called up the hotel that we had to call around. That was a debacle as well. We did not have the hotel phone number because we had given in all our bookings. So even our printed bookings, we'd handed into the hotel. They used it as a voucher. And just to keep the filing organized. So we didn't have any more documentation from the hotel. We had already gotten rid of all that documentation, hard copy. So anyway, Lynn was really cool. She called around until she found the phone number. They had no internet on their phones. There was no internet in the terminal, so we couldn't just look it up on Google or on the internet. See, factors like this, guys, you will be in areas that don't even have internet, that don't even have phone reception. Okay, welcome to the Philippines. It's just the way it is. It's not bad, I'm just saying there's a lot of things we take for granted, and it's not as simple as just looking things up on your phone like this. So anyway, I met an Australian waiting in line, so I went, look, I'm just going to buy my ferry ticket. We can't find the phone. The hotel even checked. They looked around the hotel when they called, and they said, sorry, we can't find it. So I said, oh, look, it's just a phone. It's not that expensive. So I'm lining up to buy my ticket, and there was an Australian girl getting very frustrated. She's like, why can't someone explain what's going on? And they're like, miss, go through the window, go through the window. And they meant the booths where you buy the tickets for the ferries. She's, what? You want me to go through the window? That little window? Because there's a little slot, you put your money and they give you the ticket. Like the security, security slot. She's like, are you kidding me? You want me to go through that window? I said, miss, you're from Australia? She goes, yeah. She had a very strong Australian accent like me. I said, look, the process is you buy your ferry ticket, then you have to pay a terminal fee, then you have to pay a luggage fee, and it's all separate. So that window is for the ferry ticket, that window is for the terminal fee, and then you have to go across over here, drop off your luggage, and pay for the luggage. She goes, oh, right. She goes, you are the only one in this country that has explained that to me. She was new. She's first time traveling in Philippines. Very nice girl. She's traveled Thailand and Bali and Indonesia. And she was with some other girlfriends. So she was like, cool. Okay, so, I was helping them out. And she goes, Brendan, we built a friendship. She goes, I nearly lost it. I was about to explode. No one has even just said simply, this is what you do. They say go through the window or go through that door, and they were saying she wasn't allowed inside the ferry terminal because she hadn't paid her terminal fee. But they didn't explain it. They just said you're not allowed in. You're not allowed in. You know, go away, go away. So she's getting more and more frustrated and whatever. So anyway, we built this friendship. I was happy to help her out. We had a really nice chat. And she goes, are you okay? You don't look very happy. And I said, no, I've lost my phone. She goes, oh man, are your contacts and things in there? I go, yeah, so it really sucks. So she's like, oh man, she goes, look, I'll meet you inside the ferry terminal, all right? We'll catch up, you know, I'll buy you a cold drink. I was like, oh, thanks, sweetheart, you know, really nice girl. So her and her friends go inside. Now, the tricycle driver has already driven all the way back to the hotel. This is in Bohol, Regent's Park Hotel. He's checked the tricycle when he's gone back, gone, hey, the guy left his phone. So he's rushed back to the ferry terminal, right? So it's really stuffed around the driver. He's already driven back to the hotel. He's now driving back to the ferry port. He runs inside the terminal, like the security let him in, going, oh, phone. And he sees Seth and Lynn. Seth goes, hey, that's my friend's phone. The Australian girl hears what's going on, going, hey, is your Australian friend Brendan outside? They go, yeah. She goes, come with me, driver. And she took him outside, go, yeah, that's Brendan, that's the guy who lost his phone. And the driver runs up, and then I recognized him, and I was like, thank you to the Australian girl, and thank you to the driver. And I just said to the driver, look, thank you so much, we had a chat. And he's like, sir, if you don't mind, could you just pay for the tricycle ride for me to come back? Because he goes, I was already at the hotel, I have to drive here to the ferry port, and now I have to still go back to the hotel again. So he's back and forward non-stop. So he just said, look, if you could pay me 200 pesos, I'll be happy. I said, no, look, here's a 500 peso, no, just take it, man. I'm just so happy that you were honest, you brought it back, you cared. He goes, yeah, man, it's your phone, all your contacts are in there, you see? Everyone understood, it's not that this is expensive, it's that they realize all my contacts and information is in here. That's more important. So anyway, it all worked out fine. I didn't care about making a video at the time, I was just relieved and just wanted to focus on getting on the ferry boat on time and you know, getting the boat. And I didn't want to make a big deal about it. But guys, look, to finish up, it's not how you fall, it's how you land. And I'm glad I didn't lose my crap. I'm glad I didn't freak the heck out. I'm glad I didn't yell and swear or lose it. I was certainly frustrated, I was certainly upset, but you know, it's how you handle these situations that really makes a difference. And I even say in the video, so I'll put in the clips of what actually happened, just what few clips I have at the very end. Good karma. You know, I was just, even though I was having this bad experience, I still tried to help that Australian girl, I was still trying to help out other people. I was still trying to be friendly and polite. And I guess maybe if you believe in karma, you know, I was putting out those good vibes, and I guess maybe some of those good vibes came back. And that's how I like to travel, or I try to. It doesn't always work out that way. But, you know, just, you know, huge lessons learned. You know, how you handle these situations could be the difference between a great trip or a terrible trip. And it's also the difference between whether people will help you or not. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found that helpful. And another interesting story. This is our tricycle driver, Anton. I lost my phone. I thought I dropped it, God knows where. It was in the tricycle, so he brought it back. Thank you very much, Anton. I appreciate it. I gave him a massive tip. So, very honest of you. Thank you. Thanks. So I gotta go get the ticket. Okay. That was a drama and a half. Basically, lost my phone, so we're trying to focus on calling the hotel and get it back. I thought I left it at the hotel. You know, just, it's not worth that much. It's just the capability. All my local contacts are in there, and Australian contacts. But anyway, so it's nice. Got it back, and got to get my ticket to Cebu. Seth and Lynn already went inside. They already got their tickets. So yeah, it's just one of those things, one of those bad days. But we dealt with it pretty good. An awesome driver. Awesome guy, and he made the effort. He had already gone back to the hotel. He made the effort to come back to the ferry port just to give me my phone. So yeah, cool guy. Good karma, yeah.